Before we get started, don't forget to grab something to eat at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of turkey, beef, and bacon jerky, buffalo wing popcorn, and butter toffee peanuts.
Because this situation in Boston is deep, it's messy, it's 100 times uglier than any of us thought.
In the early 2000s, Nia Long was linked to several athletes and entertainers, including an alleged romance with her Love Jones co-star, Lorenz Tate.
Did y'all two ever date, you and Nia Long?
Nia Long and I have always been super close, you know what I mean? That's dating, I don't kiss and tell. Let me just say that.
And flings with basketball player Chris Webber and reality star Peter Thomas. Nia welcomed a son with actor Masai Z. Dorsey in November 2000, but their relationship fell apart. She moved on, but none of those relationships lasted either. Her luck in the dating world appeared to have changed in February 2010. 39-year-old Nia was filming a show in Boston while 32-year-old Ime Udoka was in town with his basketball team, the Sacramento Kings. They were introduced by a mutual friend and hit it off immediately. Ime told the Portland Tribune, "She is a beautiful woman, very intelligent, very seasoned." Wait, did he say seasoned? Anyway, let's get back to the story. Ime added they had great conversations and everyone told him how lucky he was to snag a woman like Nia. So what could possibly go wrong with dating a much younger professional athlete? A lot, apparently. A 2006 report by GQ magazine blew the lid off the lives of NBA groupies. In the article, which we've linked for you in the description box, professional jersey chasers talked about traveling to every NBA All-Star event just to hook up with athletes. One woman said, "What players want is what wives won't do for them." Now, of course, we're not implying that Ime was partaking in any kind of all-star shenanigans, but we're giving you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes of the sports world. If you're a fan of our videos, you already know how some of these athletes get down. But if you're new here, just check out our Kevin Garnett, Michael Jordan, and Scottie Pippen hot stinking mess videos after we wrap things up here. Okay, now back to Ime and Nia. Thankfully, Nia didn't have to worry about Ime acting up with groupies during All-Star Weekend because in January 2011, he got cut from the Spurs, and no other teams were interested in signing him. Ime owned a home in Portland, but his mom lived there, so he moved into Nia's home in Hollywood. With some extra time on their hands, he and Nia conceived a baby boy. In November 2011, a little over a year and a half after they first met, Nia gave birth to Ime's first child, and they named him Kez Sunday Udoka. The name has significant meaning. Ime told the Portland Tribune that Nia heard the name Kez while visiting her mother's native country of Trinidad and Tobago, and Sunday is Ime and Ime's late father's middle name. 1 month after their son's birth, Ime's mother passed away from cancer. Ime told the Portland Tribune his life went into a blur because not only was he grieving the loss, but he was still dealing with seeing his dream of playing in the NBA coming to an end. Amid so many life changes, he got signed by a team in Spain, so he packed up and left Nia and their 2-month-old son behind. He was making a good chunk of change playing professional basketball in Spain's ACB league, which was considered the second best league in the world next to the NBA. He and Nia kept in contact through phone calls and Skype sessions, and Ime admitted to the Portland Tribune that it was hard at first. But he added, "Kez is very young and not doing a whole lot, so in some ways it's the best time to be away." They discussed Nia and their son flying to Spain to spend time with him, but they decided against it due to Kez's age and also because Nia had work responsibilities in Hollywood and mommy duties with her eldest son as well. When asked about their plans to get married, Ime shot that down with a quickness. He stated, "We're good the way we are for now. She has a very similar view. As long as we're happy raising the children, we'll just enjoy each other and see where it takes us." Ime finished his last game in Spain in May 2012, and he flew back to the States to be with Nia and their children. He was looking forward to playing for the NBA again, but that didn't happen. Instead, he landed a job as an assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs. This brought upon another relocation for Ime as he moved to San Antonio, and Nia once again stayed behind in Hollywood. The press turned up the heat some more, and Nia was constantly asked why they hadn't gotten married. She finally told Essence magazine, "Marriage is not a priority for me. I'm not saying I'll never do it, it's just not where we are as a family." In 2013, it appeared that their relationship was over. Gossip websites reported Ime had dumped Nia for a woman named Alicia DeForest. An anonymous source told Therese Owen's website, Alicia has been a longtime friend of Ime's, and the two are said to be getting closer and closer by the day, and the plan is for her to move in eventually. Nia nor Ime denied the reports. Instead, they shared a cute family photo on social media to silence the nosy gossipers. Later that same year, Nia was ducking and dodging those marriage questions again. This time, she told Jet magazine that she and Ime were a family, and they were committed to being good to each other and good parents. She did acknowledge that she was in Hollywood while Ime lived in San Antonio, and it was challenging and exhausting to take care of the kids by herself, although she did have help from others from time to time. She added, "I have homework, bath time, dinner, laundry, and all the other things that every mother has to do because, in essence, I'm physically a part-time single mom." Based on those statements, we weren't surprised when Nia told a news outlet she secretly rooted for Ime's team to lose so they wouldn't advance into the postseason and she could spend more time with him. It's just too bad that Ime was working for one of the best franchises at the time, and he even snagged his first championship as an assistant coach in 2014. In the summer of 2015, Nia and Ime shocked the world when it was announced that they were officially engaged.
Are you engaged?
I am engaged.
You are engaged.
You certainly are. I am.
I'd say you're very engaged.
I'm very engaged. I love him.
Nia and Ime moved forward with their bicoastal romance, and she continued to be his #1 fan after he left the Spurs to coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. In 2021, Ime received the job opportunity of a lifetime when he was announced as the head coach of the Boston Celtics. By accepting the job offer, he also agreed to several of the organization's guidelines. Nia frequently posted pictures of her and their son at Celtics games, cheering him on. But as you already know, Ime made the initial move to Boston without Nia and their son. Nonetheless, he proved to be the right man for the job when he led the Celtics to the NBA Finals during his first year as head coach. But in September 2022, just 2 years after starting his new position, the team announced Ime was facing potential disciplinary action for an unspecified violation of organizational guidelines. It was later revealed that the organization knew about the violation way back in July 2022, and it was in regards to a, quote, improper, intimate, and consensual relationship with a female staffer. Some news outlets have reported that the female staffer is married. TMZ reported the woman was responsible for coordinating Ime's travel arrangements, and she also helped coordinate Nia's relocation to Boston. The team ultimately decided to suspend Ime for the entire basketball season. Initially, some of the league's past and current players had Ime's back, including Matt Barnes, who had this to say.
I've been in the league played in the league for a long time. Anyone who played in the league could tell you this is a very common situation. I've seen it from owners to executives to coaches to players to trainers to therapists to dancers to PR ladies. Like, this is not uncommon. This is a bad look, man. The Celtics, whoever made this decision, it was a terrible decision. You want to suspend a man 15, 20, 25 games, but a whole season?
But after receiving more information from a source close to the incident, Matt had a change of heart.
So last night I spoke on this Ime Udoka situation without having all the facts. And after finding out the facts after I spoke, I erased what I posted because this situation in Boston is deep. It's messy. It's 100 times uglier. That's why I erased what I said. Some things happened that I can't condone, I can't back, and it's not my place to tell you what happened. If it ends up coming out, it ends up coming out.
In regards to his suspension, Ime issued a statement that read, "I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down." Ime added that out of respect for everyone involved, he had no further comments. As for Nia, TMZ reported she was blindsided by the news and she was in the dark about his affair, even though the Celtics organization knew about it for months. A source told TMZ that Nia and their son Kez moved to Boston just 2 weeks before the news broke, and they were house hunting with Ime. So Ime knew his scandalous behavior was going to make headlines. He knew he was about to be publicly reprimanded by the Celtics, and he still initiated Nia and Kez uprooting their lives in Hollywood to live with him in Boston. For practically their entire relationship, they've lived separate lives. But now that he was caught being a low-down, dirty you-know-what, he decides it's time for them to live together as a family? In a statement through her rep, Nia told TMZ, "The outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother and will continue to focus on my children." After 12 years and raising their children together as a family, we know this is a very difficult situation for Nia. As fans of her and her work, we send her love and wish her the best. Whichever direction she chooses to take in her relationship, we'll be rooting for her every step of the way. Let us know if you're shocked by this turn of events, and thanks for watching RRG.